It started with a loud crash at the lake cabin. At 2:45 a.m., my security system triggered an alert. Forced entry detected at lake cabin. I grabbed my flashlight, radio, and activated my K9s, who were trained to respond instantly to threats. The monitors showed a demolition crew breaking into my property, apparently under the orders of the HOA. Karen had sent them to demand access to the lake, completely ignoring property rights. I sighed. This wasn't the first time Karen had tried something ridiculous, but it would be the last. By the time I reached the cabin, the crew was midway through dismantling a dock extension. One worker swung a sledgehammer, expecting to scare anyone off. My K9s reacted immediately. Two blocked the main entrance, growling low and fiercely, while the third circled from the side. The demolition crew froze, realizing that they were facing trained animals and a property owner fully prepared for confrontation. I walked calmly onto the dock, flashlight cutting through the darkness. Step away from the property. You are trespassing and in violation of state and federal law, I called out. One of the crew members tried to argue. We're just doing what the HOA ordered. I raised an eyebrow. And what the HOA orders is meaningless here. You are on private property. Leave or face the consequences. Karen, standing nearby in her SUV, panicked as she realized her plan was unraveling. The workers were frozen, unsure whether to continue. I could hear her shouting orders through a megaphone, but the message didn't carry. My K9s presence was intimidating enough to halt any action. Within minutes, I had called local authorities. Law enforcement arrived swiftly, confirming that the HOA had no right to send a demolition crew onto my land. The crew was escorted off the property, the equipment confiscated, and Karen faced immediate legal consequences for orchestrating the incident. By sunrise, the cabin and dock were intact. I walked along the edge of the lake, watching the water shimmer under the morning sun. The K9s, alert but relaxed, lay nearby, guarding the property and clearly proud of a job well done. Karen had once again been humiliated publicly, and the HOA's authority had been completely undermined. Later that morning, I filed official charges for trespassing, harassment, and attempted property destruction. The HOA board had no choice but to comply, and Karen's antics became a cautionary tale for anyone thinking of interfering with my property again. Peace returned to the lake, the cabin untouched, and the message was clear. Anyone attempting to overstep boundaries would face immediate consequences, enforced by trained K9s, legal authority, and zero tolerance.